Hey everyone, this is Mary Ellen coming to you from Moonrise Cottage. Beautiful day today, a lot of energy streaming through. I just finished the Taurus reading. It was powerful, woo-wee! So that video is editing now. I'm snipping off the chat portion. So I'm starting a new tradition. I am gonna come over to the chat room to talk with anybody who wants to hang out for a few minutes with me in between videos. Ooh, Virgo, like all the other signs, cards are jumping out. All the information about me and about contacting me, wow, it's intense, is below the video, okay? I've done a lot of changes, making a lot of changes in my own life in order to prepare for what is coming forward this year. It has to do with mastering our frequency, beginning the process of stepping in, ooh, I love this, into what we call 4D. It is a powerful time for all of us earth signs. Our cardinal leader, Spirit saying, has Pluto in Capricorn, and we have Uranus in Taurus. So Virgo, you know, we're smack in the middle of that in terms of the wheel. And we are experiencing a form of shift and change. It has to do with the rebirth. Look, this just came out. Okay, we'll get there. I'll get to all the cards. Make sure you inform yourself and understand that we're going forward together now. We're going to begin to truly develop the types of, Spirit saying, the types of abilities that I have. The ability to radiate your energy outward, to be with someone at a distance, to understand their life, and to just connect. That's the first. Spirit says, it's telling me, don't get ahead of yourself. To feel your energy and to understand that you are able to join with the universe, to ignite that and to manage the flow. And it's why we have this massive reordering after this eclipse season that we just came through, getting us ready for what's coming next, of course. All right, so let me see here. I need 2 more cards, Spirit. The messages for Virgo. Yeah, Spirit's talking about attenuating the energy, the Virgo set point. Working together with the other earth signs. And this time, what is the message for Virgo, please? Whew, there it is. Okay, wow. Love it. Okay, there's one. And look. All right, so let's jump right in. A lot of energy coming through this morning. Virgo, first card out is a major arcana card. And I am a Virgo. That's my sun sign. I have Aries rising, and so I completely relate to this in all kinds of ways. There's the first card. Look. The challenger of will. Complete transformation taking place here in the earthly realm. That is the great Celtic god of the forest. An antlered god who, depending on who you believe and what you believe, was aligned with the sacred earth-based ways of worship. And when Christianity came rampaging across the globe, these kinds of figures were feared and misunderstood, and so this was used to represent the devil. So in traditional tarot, this would be the devil card. In soul tarot, we revert back to the original meanings and the original intentions of some of these mythologies. So this is about releasing your fears. It's about being brave. Your will is being challenged because your soul is literally taking up the business, Spirit says, of one by one capturing and releasing your fears. Because when you think about, Spirit's talking about the energy from that kind of religious set point, thinking about something called the devil, right? And I know there's a whole mythology about that, and angels falling from heaven, etc. This is about being in fear, and the way to be in hell, if you want, that's about being in the place where you just live your entire life in your fears. And that's not what is meant for us. So I am certainly going through a massive shift and change process. And I am, in a sense, walking in full acknowledgement of my fear. And, when my fear makes itself known, I just say, hello, oh, hi. Yeah, I know, you've been with me for a long time. Thanks for trying to protect me. It's awesome. You can go stand right over there. I'm good. Because right now, I don't need that energy. I need this energy. So it's really fascinating to me that you have 2 major arcana cards coming out this way. All right, that one is the theme of the reading. That's what Spirit wants to talk with us about, fellow Virgos. Earth sign, the great god of the earth, of the forest, has the notation of humanity, a piece of jewelry in one hand, and the snake that sheds its skin in the other hand. It is about being here on the earth, being of the earth, because we are Virgo. And yet, all us Virgos, many of us, depending on your whole chart, we spend a lot of time managing our fears, don't we? Because we like order. It's our Spirit saying it's our manifestation to bring order and purity from chaos. That's part of what we're here for, or we wouldn't have incarnated as Virgo set point. That's the way we display our earth energy. It's beautiful to me. So we're going through another phase, post-eclipse, coming into this year when we are going to master our energy, master our vibration, walk in the full light of the sun. And we're an earth sign, and thankfully we have Uranus in Taurus. I just did the Taurus reading. Go and check it out. And for a while I did all the readings smashed up together, and there was a reason for that. So when you have some curiosity about what's going on in your cohort, go check out the other readings. So you sit between, on the wheel, right? Taurus and Capricorn. Massive energy coming in, affecting all the earth signs. And Pluto in Capricorn, upheaval, things being destroyed, new structures being built. Spirit's talking about that's what the volcano is for, to let off the pressure and to release what needs to be released, and by so doing a new structure is built. So this is the card that represents us as human beings standing in the full light of the sun because of this Leo eclipse and the way it affected us. Standing completely transformed now in the full light of our abundance that is available to us on the sacred ground of the ancients, the protector of sacred lore. I love this. So Virgo, this is going to be a really momentous year. We are going to leap forward. It is what's happening in my life. My life has radically changed in the last couple of months in order to free me from those things that would bind me, perhaps, so that I can jump into the light of the sun, the uranium energy that's shining down upon me, to help me pull the rug out from under myself so that I can go forward with what is meant to happen. And part of it is the work I do here on this channel. So there's the first card on the human realm. I love that this is here. The elopement of art. All right, so in traditional tarot, this would be the Eight of Cups. You see where you are stuck, and you are choosing something else. This is about a man and a woman who discovered a treasure map by accident. Kind of happened all of a sudden. So Spirit's talking about relationships, the way we use them, what they're for in our life, how the energy of relating is shifting and changing, and the way in which we want to be free from the past. So they went on this little treasure hunt. They found this massive bowl of treasure filled up with gold and jewelry and rubies and, precious things that cost a lot of money, that have a lot of value. And they jumped up on the pedestal and touched the bowl to start plundering the treasure, and they got stuck to it. So, it's interesting. My spirit guides have been talking about this through me for 2 entire years, since I just had my 2-year anniversary. I think it was I think it was the 17th, 15th or 17th of February, something like that. So whatever it is that you're stuck to, Virgo, you can now walk away. And it does take some processing. I know I've walked away from a lot of things in my life, including a fancy schmancy career, because it just wasn't, the money was there, but nothing else. And I had to be, finally, at long last, who I was. So now I'm here fully, and I go forward with the next step of my journey. And here's the next cauldron. This reading is really beautiful, Virgo, really quiet and serene. Look, from this is the first step on your human walk. And when you walk away in that Eight of Cups kind of way, this beautiful card, this energy comes to meet you. That is the renewer of devotion. That is a representation of the three parts of the soul, the tripartite soul, the triple goddess, the triple sacred brothers. Those are elderflowers. That is a real chalice, Spirit's calling it, that does exist. It's in a museum in Denmark. That is a Gunstrup cauldron. And a lot of the images in this deck are taken from this artwork, Spirit says. So you can see some of them there. It's really interesting. But, this is about coming into a place where you travel into the universe. You release yourself. Spirit's talking about from the earthly realm. Because we are mastering our frequency. It is not just about relationships. It's how you understand your relationship with yourself as a spirit being. And that is what comes to healing. Deep out in the universe, because of all the things that Spirit already said. It's about having compassion, coming into compassion, because you feel the flow of the uranium energy, actually, and this stands like that. Look, 2 major arcana cards standing on top of each other in the reading. And that's the opening salvo right there. This is a time when you're going to release your fears and you're going to leap in to the magnificent rays of Uranus that are coming through, bringing you release and healing and transformation, the renewal of your devotion to what you know and what is going to be revealed to you. And look, there's the eclipse, the full moon lunar eclipse, and I'll give you a teaser ad. The very next card is that. So coming through this eclipse was very powerful for all of us. Spirit is talking with you about this. This is about you coming into alignment with yourself through the rays of the sun, through the Leo moment of the Leo sun. Okay. Spirit's talking about the rays of the sun and photons, talking actually about the effects of Uranus. So when we talk about our frequency and our purpose is to master our frequency, to understand ourselves intellectually, emotionally, and, Spirit's saying physiologically, but it's more about the energetic part of ourselves so that we can be bonded with ourselves and come into a new kind of courtship with ourselves, with our energy, because we've released our fears. And the next eclipse cycle that's coming forward is going to be in Capricorn and Cancer. 2 cardinal signs. All right, earth and water. Standing together now. There's a lot to be discovered, but standing in the full light of the sun, having been released from that and from that, in order to achieve this and this. That's the first half of the month. It has implications going forward for 6 months because we came through an eclipse. So this notation about coming into this healing in order to rectify and renew our ability to be devoted to harmony and that which we can imagine, and that's the bridge card. We are clearly talking about the eclipse that just finished. Spirit wants, apparently, because it's been coming through all the readings, to talk to everyone about the effects of the eclipse so that you really know and you can really take it into yourself and give thanks. And Spirit's talking about, and have a little cry and prepare, because we're going forward into the place which you can imagine in the deepest, most mystical aspect of your being. Look at this. Look, Virgo. Whoo, boy. You guys know who've been following along. You know me. I get really emotional. The power of the imagery and the intention and sort of the unspoken words that come through from my spirit guides. I feel the energy of this. It's beautiful. And look. All right, one more. Spirit keeps telling me to play the movie, which they haven't said that in a while. That is the guardian of truth, the high priestess, the guardian of the gateway with the sacred mother behind her. That's the first card on the spirit realm. And, you know, the full moon culmination, we are standing at a gateway. We did it. Spirit says we did it. And this is the culmination of the work, get these together, that we've been doing for 2 years. So, well, longer, of course, but since I've been here, absolutely. That's how it sits on the table. Okay, actually it's this way. So, pretty amazing. We've come through this gateway. There was a portal. Spirit says there always is. If we choose to walk through and dedicate ourselves to the sacred lore that is available in those moments. So, Virgo, that's what those of us that have dedicated ourselves, we've made a commitment. That includes you if you're here staring at me, talking all these words, Spirit's saying. So, look, of course, when the high priestess shows up, Spirit's talking about she is here as the midwife to the new circuit that your soul is taking up. Your soul is intentionally regestating. And look, I'm going to post this picture. I'll take a picture of the reading, and I'm going to post it on the community tab on my channel so you can see these cards all together. But, okay, the renewer of devotion. The sun, the energy that causes the renewal, uranium energy, the Leo eclipse, sends us on this quest because we've come through the gateway. And Spirit's saying the high priestess is the midwife. That's why she's here. To midwife the process our soul is on and the place into which we're going. All right, hang on one sec. It's amazing to me the stream of the energy through the cards. And I need to get one more card, actually. And you know what? That is Elena. She is the sacred goddess of seafarers, and she is the guardian of the way, and she helps people who are out floating in the ocean to find their way, to find their destination. She protects them while they travel. She is the balancer of harmony. So we have the Imaginer of Harmony as the bridge card. And then we come into this soul journey about re-manifestation, going through the portal, regestation, coming to the next place. Because we can imagine harmony, that which we can imagine, our energy, how we'd like to employ it. And that's the final phase that our soul circuit is engaged in this first half of February. So let me just grab an outcome card. Okay, Spirit. Hang on. I just pushed something back in. We'll see if it comes back out. All right, Spirit. What is the energy? There it is. I love it. You know, of course, the perfecter of energy. That's what we're doing. 2019, mastering our purpose. That thing that Spirit calls the tapestry is going forward. It is going to begin to illuminate as we perfect our energy. So a lot of major arcana. Let me look. Let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out of 9 cards. Wow. Major arcana. So make sure you check this picture out on the community tab, okay? So this is about sacred feminine energy. I was just talking with someone about this a little bit ago. This is a process that takes a year. That's the World card. Do you see the Kundalini awakening? And we see the breastplate. that indicates 4 seasons, and those flowers are about the petals of wisdom that are going to be collected during this period. And we also see the beautiful sacred swastika. I'm going to put another little video on the playlist, but go and look up the herstory of the swastika. It's about the turning, the swirl of sacred feminine energy. This symbol is 10 or 12,000 years old. It's very sacred. Hitler, in his insane genius, took the symbol and turned it backwards. And look what happened. So, do not think that energy has no power. It has a lot of power, depending on how you wield it. Do you wield it with your fears? That's the message. Thank you, Spirit. Do you wield it with your fear? What would you like to, Spirit's saying procreate. What would you like to bring forward? Understand that this moment that you stand in this first half of February and going forward, initiates this new cycle where you get to release your fears and you get to perfect your energy. And the thing that's fascinating to me about this is that, look, do you see the fullness of the Kundalini awakening? Turning destiny, completely awakened, the triple spiral of the birth, life, death, rebirth process. And we see it, Virgo, it's going to be an incredible month, an incredible year. Spirit wants you to do some research about Kundalini energy. I'm going to post a little something on the playlist also. I think I'll put it right below the Virgo reading when I finally do this, about physical movement in order to raise up your Kundalini energy for the ladies out there. I'm going to put that there. Spirit says you can do that. It's really fun. Find some sacred music and begin to inhabit the swirl of the sacred feminine. All right. So I'm going to come over to the chat room now. Have a wonderful day if you have to head out. Thank you for being here, and thank you for being here. Spirit says. There we go, gang. That's gorgeous. The perfecter. Okay, that's that.